everyone, welcome to the stretchy restorative session of this package. So we're on November 2020 package, and we're focusing on Svadhisthana chakra, the sacral chakra. This is our center of feelings and emotions, seat of desire, seat of creation, connected with the reproductive system, connected with the hips on a physical level. So we're going to take a nice deep stretch, going a little bit deeper into the hips. If you have a brick, grab your brick, you're going to need that. If you don't have a brick, a yoga brick, don't worry. We can adapt and use the hands instead. And if you have a yoga strap or a yoga belt or something that's like a yoga belt, then please have that by your side, by the side of your mat as well. Okay, so let's sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's do 2 more deep breaths like that. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring your palms together and rub the hands together. Bring your hands to your heart center. Feel your sit bones rooting down into the earth. Feel the crown of your head lifting to the sky. And let's set our intention. I intend to allow myself to let go of anything that may be holding me back, to let go of any past negative experiences. I intend to connect with my higher self, my inner guru, and allow that deep inner wisdom to guide me. Let's chant Om together just once to open up the practice. Take a deep breath in. Om. Allow the sound of the Om to resonate. Allow your awareness to move deeper, past the ego consciousness, the chitter chatter of the mind, the negative stuff that holds us back. Move in deeper and realize your true nature, your pure soul, love and light. Slowly open your eyes, and we're going to come and lie down on your back, and let's have the knees pointing up towards the sky, soles of the feet flat down on the mat and a little bit narrower than the width of your pelvis, and just give your hips a shake from side to side, shimmy them out. And then just find that flat ledge of the sacrum, the center bone of the pelvis, the flat triangular bone at the center of the pelvis. Bring your arms by the sides of the body, turn your palms open, and just feel your shoulder blades, another triangular shaped bone, pressing down into the ground. And then see if you need to, you might not need to, see if you need to just walk your shoulders down a little bit. Lengthen the back of your neck. Eyes closed, and let's start breathing in through the nose. We'll breathe out through the mouth to begin with. And as you exhale, tip the pelvis back and make a little imprint with your lower spine in the mat. And as you inhale, tip the pelvis forwards and arch the lower spine from the mat. And just get that little gentle pelvic rocking flowing. effortless movement. It's moving to the rhythm of your breath. Couple more rocks. And then we're just going to come to center. Find your neutral position. Arms come in by the sides of the body. Reach the arms up. Take the arms back to the floor behind you into a diamond shape. Let your elbows go as heavy as they can. Any issues in the shoulders, you may want to bring your arms down a little bit lower. That's fine. You can just stretch them out to the sides. And then again, exhale, press the lower back into the ground. Inhale, arch the lower back. Let that flow. Exhale, press down. Inhale, arch. Feeling some action around the belly button as you press down. Feel a little spark at the belly button. That energy engaging, always awake. Moving the bones of the pelvis, of the hip joints. And then come to neutral position again. Neutral is somewhere in between that forwards and backwards rock. So you're going to feel your sacrum flat on the ground and a little space between your lower back and the floor. Reach your arms back and just stretch the sides of the body. And then take the arms up to the sky. And let's bring the right knee in, interlace the fingers over the right knee. Give it a squeeze into your chest. Deep breath in, long breath out. Keep coming back to that breath. Notice when your mind wanders or your mind begins to dominate this moment. And just simply redirect your attention to the quality and the rhythm of your breath. And then release that right knee down, sole of the foot on the ground. Left knee comes in, give it a little squeeze. See if your shoulders scrunched. Press the backs of the shoulders down. So you want to focus more on the actual shoulder blades going into the ground, not the actual back part of the shoulder there. Sometimes that's impossible to get down on the floor. So think of the shoulder blades gently pressing down. Breathing in, breathing out, and then release. Place that foot down. Separate your feet until they're about as wide as your mat. A little bit wider than your hips because you might have an extra wide mat. Okay, arms straight out to the side, palms up. And then let's lower the knees over to the right. And inhale, bring the legs through the center. Exhale, lower the knees over to the left. Move smoothly, move slowly. Move with your breath. Doesn't matter how far over you go. Through this whole sequence, doesn't matter how deep you go into any of the postures or the stretches. What I want you to really keep your focus on is your awareness of your breath. And noticing when you lose that awareness. And not criticizing yourself for losing the awareness, but just coming back to the breath. So we're going to stay over to the right the next time you get there. Leave the legs there. You go to the stage of this stretch that feels good in your body. So let the legs go heavy. You might want to prop up under your right knee. And then stretch back with the arms, lengthen both sides. Now we're especially stretching down the left, so hold your left wrist. Draw the left arm back, lengthen that whole side. And you can stay there and breathe. Or to go a little deeper, cross your right ankle on your left knee and gently press that knee down. And release. Relax the arms and hook the foot and we'll roll through the center. So when I see people going over to the second side, I often see them rushing to get right to that deepest stretch. Don't do that. Stay in the moment and feel each stage of the stretch, because you may need to hold back a little bit because there's a deeper part of the stretch earlier on for you in your body. So let the legs go heavy. Reach back with the arms. And then hold the right wrist, pull that arm back, feel that stretch down your right side. And then if it feels okay in hips and knees, left ankle crosses on top of the right. Gently pressing down through that right knee, right hip. Nice release for the psoas, hip flexor muscle. And release, let go. Come back to center. Lovely. Okay, so bring your feet in a little bit closer, and then bring your right knee to your chest and stretch your left leg out on the ground. Breathing in and breathing out. And let's circle now the right knee, like you're drawing circles with the knee on the ceiling or on the sky, wherever you are. And don't rock the pelvis too much here, keep it quite controlled, and change direction. Come back to the center, squeeze that knee in, push your left heel down and away, as if you're standing on the left leg. Check in with your shoulders, check in with your breath. And then hopefully you have your yoga strap by your side, so grab your yoga strap. You're going to put your strap over your right foot. Some of you might not have a strap, so you're going to hold behind the thigh, or you're going to hold behind the calf, or some of you might be able to get your foot. Breathe here. We never escape the hamstring stretch, no matter what the focus of the class. For me, personally, it's a vital stretch to do every day, otherwise everything tightens up. So however uncomfortable this might seem, know that you're not here forever. So be present with that discomfort and breathe. Feel the breath filling up the whole of the rib cage, to the front, to the sides and to the back. Feel release as you let go on the exhale. Gradually working towards the leg becoming completely straight. Feel free to be moving in this stretch a little bit, to be exploring, finding a deeper place. Gradually letting the ankle flex more, toes pulling down, heel pushing up. Last few breaths. I told you you wouldn't be here forever. And from here, we're going to come into half happy baby. Bend that knee down. You can either hold both sides of your yoga belt or strap, whatever you have, or hold the instep of the right foot and pull the knee down towards the floor by the right shoulder, right armpit. Secure the left hip. Make sure the back of the left hip doesn't come off the mat. Stick that down into the mat. Sole of the foot flat to the sky or the ceiling. Breathe. Maintain the quality of your breath. And if you feel free in this stretch today, reach the left arm back, push the left heel down and away, lengthening again all through that left side, giving the psoas another stretch on that left side. One more breath. Now from here we're going to transfer to spinal twist. So you can let go of your strap or the foot, and you're just going to bring the right leg across the body, roll it over, right arm out on the floor, and come into the stretch. Keep the right shoulder down as close to the ground as you can. You'll notice mine's not completely flat down. That's fine. Gradually as you deepen, you'll open up a little bit more across that front of that right shoulder. So again, don't rush to the depth of your stretch. Just hold back a little sometimes and just see what's going on in the body, especially if it's been a while since you had a good stretch. And then come back to center, squeeze the knee in, and we're going to come into reclined pigeon. So bring in the left knee and you're going to cross your right ankle on your left knee. Reach through and hold either the thigh or the shin and be there for a few breaths. Now if that's really uncomfortable in your shoulders, your neck and your hips, you can keep the left foot on the ground and take your reclined pigeon there. Make sure your hips stay level, whichever position you're taking. Coming back to the breath. Maybe pulling the legs closer in towards your chest. Again, feel free to play around with your positioning slightly to find where you need to be for your body. Okay, keep hold of your left knee. Right foot comes off, stretch the right leg out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now circle the right knee around. Draw circles with the knee. Nothing too wild here. Keep the pelvis firmly down on the ground. No rocking in the pelvis. So change direction. Oiling the hip joints. Come back to center, squeeze that knee in. Push the right heel down and away. Pull the left knee in as close as you can. Relax your shoulders down. Hamstring stretch. Grab your strap. Stretch your left leg up. And breathe. See how it feels. See where you feel it. Then send your breath to those areas in the leg. Allow the ankle to flex gradually, getting deeper and deeper over time. Left toes pulling down, heel pushing up. Allow gradually for the left knee to straighten out. Doesn't have to be straight as soon as you get into the stretch. It's actually good to have it bent for a little bit and really flex the ankle and feel the stretch in the calf muscles, and then gradually straighten out the knee. Feel free to move your leg a little bit. You might be taking it slightly to the side, slightly across the midline, pulling it closer in towards you. Wherever you are, breathe, stay connected with your breath. Last full breath. And we'll make our way into the half happy baby pose. Hold both sides of your strap with your left hand, or hold the instep side of your foot with your left hand, and pull the knee towards the floor by the right shoulder. Push down through the back of the right hip. Left knee towards the left shoulder, left armpit. Press down through the back of the right hip, back of the right shoulder, and breathe. Use the exhales to let go, to release, to allow the body to surrender to the stretch. If you're feeling good there, extra stretch by reaching back through the right arm, push down through the right heel. And from here, we're going to go into spinal twist. So slowly switch your hands on the knee. Lose your strap if you had your strap, and you can roll the leg across. As far as feels good for you. Left shoulder staying as close to the ground as possible. Gives you a more effective twist. You'll feel more of a stretch in the outer hip as well. Breathe. Exhale, come back to center. Bring that knee in. Bring your right knee in, and you're going to cross your left ankle over your right knee for reclined pigeon. Whichever variation works for you, with the legs pulled in or with the right foot on the ground. Wherever you are, hips level. Watch one hip doesn't hitch up higher than the other. Hold on to your thigh or your shin if you've got your legs in towards you. And breathe here. Both knees into the chest, squeeze them in. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Release your feet down, take a full stretch, inhale. Exhale, let go. Bend your knees in, roll over to your right side and press up. Come over onto your hands and knees. Just place your hands shoulder width, your knees hip width. Inhale, arch the lower back, lift the heart, look up. Exhale, curl and round. A few more times, cat-cow. Mindful of your shoulders, not over tensing, scrunching up. Lengthen to neutral. Tuck under the toes and lift to downward dog. So from here, guess where we're going? Inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. And exhale, bring your right shin forwards and place it between your wrists. Pigeon. Deep hip opener. So get yourself into pigeon and don't feel like that foot has to come all the way up in the beginning. You need time to get into that position, years sometimes. So have your foot back where the right knee feels comfortable. If you want some padding, you can pop some padding underneath your right hip. So I could grab this blanket and just slide that under my right hip to give me some more support, okay? And then from there, you're gonna release down. Rest your head on something. Try not to just have the head up in the air. Rest it down onto your hands, onto the mat, or grab a prop if you have a prop to rest your head onto. Cushions, blankets, anything will do. Now release down and breathe there. Really coming into your breath now, feeling the breath fill up the whole rib cage as you inhale. And let the shoulders and the face and everything relax as you exhale. Again, staying present in the discomfort, unaffected by the discomfort, because you know this is only temporary, being in this position. So if you feel you've had any release there and you can go a little bit deeper, tuck the back toes under and wriggle the back knee further down and release. One more minute here. Shoulders relax, face relax. And releasing slowly. Stay with your legs in pigeon and lift up. Just take a little back bend there, lifting up as far as feels good for you. And then make your way back to downward dog, tucking the back toes under, placing the hands flat down, lift the hips and stretch back. Okay, have a little wiggle. And then let's go on to the left side. So breathe in, lift your left leg up, and breathe out, bring the left shin forwards between the wrists. Get into the right position for you. Grab your blanket or your cushion and prop it up. Prop yourself up under that left hip if needed. So if the hip's not down on the ground, I suggest using some sort of padding underneath that hip. And then release yourself down and breathe. So using the breath here to combat any thoughts, negative thoughts, doubtful thoughts. And using the breath to help us stay present and unaffected in this discomfort. This is philosophy to take, obviously take off the mat. It's not just for your asana practice. So whenever in a difficult situation, a stressful situation that you feel is never going to end, close your eyes, take a moment and breathe, and know this is only temporary. The only permanent in this world is change, and we should not be resistant to that change. So remember, this is only temporary. Deep, deep breath. Got another minute here. Relax into it and breathe. Okay, here we are, lifting up. Just come to the place that feels good in your body and your lower back and lift the heart. Breathe. And make your way to child's pose. So not all the way to downward dog this time, just lift up. Come back onto your knees and sit back. Arms extended, head rests down. Rolling up. Come over again onto your back. And if you have your bricks, you can have 1 or 2 bricks depending on your back, or you can do this without any brick at all as well. Supported bridge. So if you don't have a brick, you're going to use your hands to support your hips, okay? The various levels, the top level, so the deepest level is to have 1 brick here like that, so it's on its highest level. If that's just a little bit too much for your lower back, take it down, use both bricks on that lower level. Okay, and if there's an issue in your back at the moment, place the brick under your sacrum, just on the lowest level, just 1 brick. Okay, so I'm going to go with 1 brick on the top level. Choose what works for you. Let me just show you, if you don't have a brick, you're going to lift the hips and bring your hands under the hips or to the sides of the hips. It's quite good if you can get the heel of your hand just under the lower part of the waist there, just above the hip bones, and hold like that. I find that comfortable in my wrists rather than trying to go all the way underneath. Okay, so see what works. So you're careful on your wrists if you're using your hands. Okay. So if we're going with the brick, lift your hips, place the brick or bricks under your sacrum, and then rest the feet down flat. Feel that grounding through the feet, maintaining that sense of grounding through the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra. And here we're opening up This whole area of Svadhisthana, situated just below the navel, anterior to the sacrum, physically connected with this whole area of the body. Sexual organs, reproductive system, the pelvis, the sacrum. Let the bricks support the weight of the pelvis. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel the breath in your chest. Feel the throat relaxed. Facial muscles relaxed. Any of you feeling like you want to, you could, if it's comfortable for you and you can stay relaxed, you can interlace your fingers underneath your back. That's optional. Remember, your brick can be on any level, does not have to go to the high level. So you can choose to stay exactly as you are, especially if you're on the high level and you're feeling that's quite intense. If you're on a low level brick, then I'd suggest go for this. I think it will feel good. So what we're going to do is just pick up the right knee. Obviously you can't do this if you're using your hands. We're going to pick up the right knee, pull it to the chest, and then stretch the left leg out. We're just going to be here for 5 breaths. If you are up on your hands, I would suggest you slowly make your way down to the floor now. If you're on your hands and you don't have a brick, roll down through the spine and you can hug your knees to your chest. So if you're here, you can, this is really good on the low level as well, low level brick. Right knee in, left heel pushes away. If you had the high level and it feels too much, you can take your brick down to a lower level. Okay, and then we're going to switch sides. So bring the left foot in, place the right foot down, and then the left knee comes into the chest. Focus as you get your balance there, holding on to that left knee, and extend the right leg out, push the right heel down and away. Where's your breath at? Come back to the breath. And last deep breath here. Really extend that right leg away and bend the right leg in, foot down, left foot down. So if you're on the high level of the brick, just lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips and turn the brick to a lower level and lower your hips down. Everyone, wherever you are, take a deep breath in, long breath out. And those of you that are on a brick, move your brick out to the side and bring your hips all the way down to the ground and observe. Don't rush anywhere. Observe the sensation in the back of the body as you come down to the ground. I often feel like I'm moving down deeper into the earth, being supported by the softness of the earth. Okay, then slowly bring one knee, then the other knee into your chest. Have a little rock. And come into a twist. Both legs over to the right, rest them down. And exhale, legs through the center, take them over to the left. and rest the legs down. And back to center, hug your knees in. Place your feet down one by one, stretch out the legs, grab a blanket if you want to pop one over you, just a short shavasana. Close your eyes, relax there. Come to focus at the center of the brow, the third eye chakra. And just allow your gaze to go in. The element connected with the sacral chakra, the Swadhisthana chakra, is water. So I'd love you to get a visual of water, whatever form that comes to you in. The ocean, a lake, a waterfall. And just let yourself float there in that water, being cleansed, being healed by that water. Don't let the darkness of your past shadow the light of your present. Forgive yourself. Let it go. Shine your light and know that everyone deserves forgiveness. Allow yourself that forgiveness and realize it's what you do now that matters. So shine your light for you and for those around you. You are divine spirit having a human experience. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Have a full body stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let go. Bend in your knees. Roll to your right side. And press up to sitting. Come up to sit. Bring the palms together, hands to the heart. Allow yourself to let go of that which no longer serves you. Allow yourself to let go of anything that may be holding you back from reaching your highest potential, from being the best person that you can be in order to then lift those around you. So it's worth letting go of any baggage, letting go of anything that holds you back, because you can then be of true service to those around you. It's not a selfish act, it's a selfless act. So allow yourself to let go, forgive yourself. Let's seal the energy of the practice with the sound of Om. Take a breath. Om. Shanti, 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 Hari Om, Tat Sat. Namaste.